Ricky here with Breaking Your Barriers, and the question I have for you today is this. What are you willing to do to achieve your goals and your dreams? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to go through? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to do? That's the question you need to ask yourself, because if you really want to achieve those goals, those dreams, those desires, those passions, whatever it is in your life that you wanted since you were a little kid to this very day that you still want to achieve because you put it on the sidelines, what are you willing to do? Now, most people tell me, well, Rick, I gave it a try. I did my best. Maybe next time. Maybe it's not for me. Those are some of the responses I've heard. And I was like, wow, you definitely fall into the majority of people who accept what life throws at them rather than you dictating what you will achieve in your own life. And to me, that's a little bit crazy because we only have one life to live. Why would we let circumstances and other people's limiting beliefs about us control what we can or cannot do? That's crazy. That's crazy talk. And the reason I bring that up is because people who are differently abled than we are, who've come from different countries, who have come from different circumstances, never used any of that as a reason. In fact, they use that as their fuel to fire themselves up and say, you know what? I don't care if I have an accent. I don't care if I'm not from this country. I don't care if I have a different background. I don't care if I don't have an education. I don't care if I don't have any money. Whatever it is they needed to get done, they got it done. And the question they always asked themselves was, what was I willing to do? And the answer they always gave was this: everything and anything that was needed. That is what we're going to need to achieve our goals. This is what we're going to need to achieve our dreams, our desires, our passions. And the thing is this: you're going to have people who are going to go through some of the hardships because they're enticed by, let's say, monetary gain. Now, if you're enticed by only monetary gain, which is an external factor, then without that external factor, you're not going to go through what you need to go through just because that is your passion. You need to be able to go through whatever hardships you're going to go through, no matter what the circumstances, even if you're not getting paid, even if you're not gaining anything. The fact that you're gaining experience is number one. That is your biggest educator, and that is the biggest learning point. If anything, that is where you're going to learn everything. When you go through the experiences, when you go through the hardships. So my question once again to you is this: what are you willing to do? Are you willing to stay up late nights? Are you willing to go on the internet and get yourself educated, or continue to look at cat videos and crazy videos about just crazy people doing crazy stuff? What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice those crazy videos, those cat videos, those funny videos? Are you willing to burn the midnight oil? Are you willing to get educated? Are you willing to go through the pain and sacrifice of losing sleep? Are you willing to go through the pain of not going out on the weekend so that you can continue to get educated, so you can continue to write out your goals, continue to write out your objectives? What are you willing to do will determine how far you go or how average you want to stay. Everything you choose is going to determine what happens in your life. And what I mean by that is, regardless if you say, you know what, I may not be made for that, I'm not good enough, I don't have this, I don't have that, that's a choice. That is a powerful choice. It is a terrible choice. And I'm going to say it because it is a terrible choice. Why? Because we are limitless. If we believe in ourselves, if we can imagine it, we can do it. We can achieve it. We can accomplish it. It is something that we can be the pioneer of. So if you can imagine it, and if you're willing to put in the hard work, what's to stop you? Nothing. Nothing can stop you if you find a creative way, an imaginative way, a visionary-like way of finding a solution for what it is you're thinking about in the first place. What are you willing to do? And the reason why I'm going to continue to ask that is because, are you willing to go through the sacrifices, and most importantly, even if I ask you, are you willing to go through the pain? Once again, you're going to have these hardcore people who are at the top tier, who are willing to go through pain. But what's going to separate you from them? Are you willing to go through that pain? And are you willing to take even more? Are you willing to go through that pain, raise your level, raise your threshold that you can withstand? Are you willing to get knocked down? I mean, I'm talking about knocked down hard, possibly even knocked out. And the moment you come to, are you willing to stand back up? Nothing can stop you from achieving your goals. And you don't even need to ask yourself, what am I willing to go through? Because you don't make any excuses for yourself. You don't make any reasons for yourself. All you make are creative solutions to the path towards your goal. Even though our goals are never a straight line, you're going to find a way. You're going to climb over it. You're going to jump over it. You're going to go around it. You're going to dig under it. You're going to break right through it. Whatever it is you do, you're going to find a creative way, because nothing can stop you. So once again, if your goals, your dreams, your desires, your passions, whatever it is you put on the sidelines for many years or are still looking to achieve, what are you willing to go through? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. And when you have the answer to each of these questions, you have a laser focus. You know what needs to be done. And by the end of it all, after this amazing journey, you will have achieved your goal. You will have achieved your dream, desire, passion. And guess what? When you put that mile marker down, that's not an end point. It is not a finish line. That is a stepping stone to the next adventure in your life. Because while we're still alive, there's never going to be a finish line. It's always going to be a stepping stone, a milestone, an achievement stone, whatever you want to call it. And then you continue on, furthering your progress, making yourself better, continuing to be value to those around you, and coming up with great solutions for problems people possibly may not have solved yet. So you become a pioneer, you become a visionary, and most importantly, you become a goal-conquering, breaking your barriers, awesome, nonstop, unstoppable. I'm using all these crazy words. Unstoppable, nothing can break you, nothing can break your spirit kind of individual. Forget about the external stuff. When you go through this hardship, when you go through everything that you need to go through, at the end of it all, it's not what you gain from it. It's who you become because of it. So the next time you're faced with a difficult obstacle, next time you're faced with a dream that you're looking to accomplish, next time you're looking to overcome that specific challenge that you've always had, that itch that you wanted to accomplish in your life, remember, only you can stop yourself. But if you'll just ask yourself, what am I willing to go through? Nothing can stop you. Until the next video, keep breaking those barriers. And remember, what are you willing to go through?